everyone, it's Bella Klein, and you're watching another Supernatural review, and this is season 3, episode 15. Time is on my side. If you're new here, I do a recap and review of every single Supernatural episode, so let's get into it. So, episode before the finale, and Time is on my side is actually kind of a crazy title for this episode because it clearly is not. Well, actually, what this episode's about, maybe, but not in some ways as well. So season 3 only had 16 episodes because of the writer's strike, and so it's something where we're having all these like really good episodes towards the end of season 3, and then we had like 2 episodes that like weren't that good, and then but those were still like episodic. We haven't had that much serialization. Like I feel like in season 1 it was like a little bit of serialization near the end. Season 2 was much more serialization, and they also kind of spread it out so they would have a little bit at the beginning as well. Season 3 kind of lacks that because they just didn't have that many episodes, and I wonder if they like wrote more episodes and then kind of had to decide like what they could do or what they might be like, okay, let's leave this for season 4. Like I'm not exactly sure like how it all went down, but really like this is like we're finally getting some serialization in this episode, but it's still like a very episodic episode. Like it's not too serialized, but like it still needed the serialization before finale. Like obviously finale is very serialized, but it's kind of weird that it was like very much like in the middle episode, episodic and serialization. So I kind of said this for, well, I guess, wait, what am I saying? Actually, it was just one episode before the long distance call, where it's like, I never remember this episode. So this episode, there's things I remember and there are things I don't remember about this episode, but I do remember this episode better than the last episode. So I remember that Bella dies, and Bella kind of dies in the way that Dean's gonna die. And so that obviously had to happen before the finale. And so we're one episode before the finale. So I knew it was gonna happen this episode. But I forgot all the other stuff about this guy. Do you consider it Frankenstein? Like I also, it's been a few days since I watched the episode, so I'm forgetting everything. Like, was he, like what exactly was he? Like he couldn't die, but why was he like carving out people's bodies? Was that like for his body? Like I was kind of confused, but it was something where it was kind of like Sam's last ditch effort to like look in to like something like living forever, because technically Dean has to die to go to hell, but it's also like something that we never really realized yet, like, oh wow, Dean is gonna die. And then it's something where it's like, how does he die? And that's not revealed until the finale, so we don't really see it. Do we see how Bella dies? I don't know, but it's kind of weird that like Bella's last minutes, well, I guess it does make sense because the demon that held her contract was saying, like, if you kill Sam, I will, like, break your contract. So I guess that's why her last thing that she was doing was trying to kill Sam. And I feel like they're trying to make Bella a villain in this, but, like, it's hard. Like, in the end, like, she doesn't come off that way, and I don't know, like, why. Like, she is a character that people like. And it's kind of crazy, too, because I feel like in Supernatural, people don't really like the female characters that much, like, time and time again. But it was like a character where they were like trying to make us hate her, and I feel like we liked her. But yeah, I'm also like, when like Sam was like he was getting at his eyeball, I was like, ugh. I'm like, just like the timing, what if like Dean was like a minute later, you know? It's like crazy. Also, so we were introduced to Rufus this episode. Loved Rufus, and I feel like they do this all the time. Like when they introduce a supernatural character like this, like kind of Bobby was the same way at first, where he was like, what are you doing here? I don't like you. Like they always, like, it means like, okay, this is a great character, we're gonna love this character, like that's the vibe. So really happy Rufus was in this episode. I don't know overall like how many episodes in Supernatural Rufus is in. I don't think he's like Bobby where he's like in at least one episode a season. I don't think it's like that, but I feel like they, you know, are trying to test out. I feel like they do that, the Supernatural writers, like they test out new characters, they test out the vibes. And so, you know, season 4 is coming up, so I feel like they wanted to test out this character. I don't know if they like originally were planning to maybe use him more. I can't like really recall like everything that he's used for, but I feel like it's also good for comic relief. And with that, we actually learned like how much Dean has left. Like we found out we have 3 weeks left, which is like, wow, like this is what he's doing. And it's kind of crazy that like they're doing just like a regular case, because like Dean has 3 weeks left, but it really is just like something that Sam's looking into. I feel like they should be going after the demon that has a contract, but I guess maybe that's what they do in the finale, because I actually don't remember the finale this much. I think they go after Lilith. I guess that is the demon that holds a contract. I don't know. It's the whole Frankenstein thing. Like, I don't even know what it was. That's how forgettable it is. And I feel like they use zombies in the future. And I feel like do they use Frankenstein in the future? So I don't know. I feel like it was just something where they were trying to like deal with the idea of like living forever. So that's why they went down this path. They were just trying to figure it out. But yeah, I still felt like it was very episodic. Good mix between episodic and serialized. I wouldn't suggest this episode to someone to watch. You know, if they're watching a show, like, I wouldn't suggest this. But like, I mean, if you're watching the entire show, like, go watch it. But it's not an episode you suggest. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of end it there. And we're gonna do the finale. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.